Welcome to Lighthouse, Homeschooling in Oregon with OCEANetwork. Hello, friends, and welcome to The Lighthouse, the podcast of OCEANetwork here in the state of Oregon. We're excited to introduce to you this podcast. We've spent a long time working on it, and we're finally getting it launched out there. I want to tell you a little bit about OCEANetwork and about this podcast so you kind of know what to expect as we get other sessions going forward. Firstly, my name is Aaron. This is my wife, Tana. Lighthouse, the name we picked mostly because of what Lighthouse represents. When you think of a lighthouse, one, it fits with the branding of OCEANetwork, but lighthouses provide protection, they provide direction and guidance. They also warn of dangers that are coming ahead, and we felt that was so appropriate to the ministry and outreach of OCEANetwork. But also a play on the word light, because as salt and light in the world as Christians, we're all about discipleship, about providing and being the light in this world, and to our families and to each other. So we picked the name Lighthouse because that just seemed the most appropriate.
And in case we haven't met yet, we are Aaron and Tana Meyer. We are a homeschooling family here in Oregon. We have 6 kids. Our oldest is 18 and our youngest is 9. And we have been homeschooling from the beginning, and it is such a wonderful journey. OCEANetwork has been a huge part of it. One of the main reasons we started homeschooling in the first place is the support and encouragement we got from OCEANetwork. And we really believe in what OCEANetwork does for the homeschool community at large and protecting homeschool freedoms, and their emphasis on family discipleship. So that is the reason why we got involved. We've been on the board for a few years now, and we are excited to share more information with you through this podcast.
So it's a privilege and an honor to be a part of this organization because it has a couple of primary goals, ones that we strongly believe in. One is just simply supporting homeschoolers by providing materials, training, websites, connection with other homeschoolers, little organizational gatherings across the state. We've had people come together and we've learned how to be better at homeschooling and to equip ourselves to be better parents and better disciplers of our children. But there's also another aspect of OCEANetwork that we really believe in, and that is that we are diligent in working to protect and expand homeschooling freedoms across the state of Oregon.
Yeah, and what that looks like is year-round we field phone calls and questions from homeschool families. We make sure that on our website and through social media and in our conversations, we're providing accurate and clear information about homeschool requirements because there's a lot of misinformation out there that causes confusion. We help parents when ESDs are confused or school districts are confused about the homeschool laws and they're asking for information illegally. So we will help them to field those difficult questions and situations. We work to defend freedom at a legislative level. We monitor bills and sound the alert through our emails and social media when something threatens homeschool freedoms. We submit bills occasionally to expand those freedoms, and those are really important efforts. Ultimately, one of the things I love about OCEANetwork is that the organization really champions for homeschool freedom and independence for all homeschoolers in Oregon. And we have a heart for also encouraging independent homeschooling and family discipleship.
So when we talked about making the podcast, we wanted to make sure that there were a couple of objectives that we were following through on. One of the reasons we wanted to do this and spend the time in here talking to you and not with our children for the moment, is to help equip you, to be there for you as a support. So parents want clarity for what the laws are for homeschooling and what the requirements are in the state of Oregon. And we provide that information and that clarity to you by being an open resource and available to you for that. We also want to inform you and just get you connected with OCEANetwork in any way. We'll invite you at the end of this podcast to reach out to us with your questions or comments or thoughts. And we'd love to address those things and speak to them and get you connected with the larger organization of OCEANetwork. And we know that life is busy. So, our intention with these episodes of our podcast is to kind of keep them short and helpful and to the point. So if you've only got a few minutes to connect here and there, we're hoping to provide that information just so you can stay informed and connected and hopefully encouraged in your work to homeschool your family.
Yes, we're really excited about the things we're going to be sharing on this podcast. We already have a few episodes recorded and ready to go. We did an interview with Wes Butler from our Freedom Watch team, a couple episodes for that, to really talk about, the ins and outs of how to engage in the legislature and how important that is. We're going to talk about the current legislative session and how to engage with your legislators. And we're going to talk about Capitol Day 2026, which is coming up really soon on February 19th. And then ongoing, we will be providing episodes where we give you answers to your questions, where we interview leaders and homeschool parents from around the state. We're also going to be touching on homeschool how-tos, encouragement, and discipleship in the home, because those are a really important part of homeschooling.
Mm-hmm. So, thank you for taking the time to listen to us today. If you have questions about homeschooling in Oregon, we'd like you to submit them to us, and we'll answer them during our next podcast.
Yeah, we want you to be a part of this and to participate. So do send questions. You can find a contact form at OCEANetwork.org, or you can message us through social media, through Facebook or Instagram. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this podcast with your friends in Oregon.
This is exciting. We'd like you to tune in next week to our episode where we chat with our Freedom Watch team. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to Lighthouse, Homeschooling in Oregon with Ocean Network. Don't forget to send us your questions, and make sure to like, subscribe, and share this podcast with other Oregon homeschool families. Join us again next time as we continue encouraging and informing homeschoolers across Oregon for the Lord Jesus Christ.